Right here on this spot, Bill Barocco scored one of the most exciting goals of all time. I remember he put it in the top corner on Jerry McNeil to win the '51 Stanley Cup. Now here's some OT goals from last year. Brunet versus the Pens. Barassa didn't even see it. Sakic versus the Oilers. A zinger home. He always seems to be doing that. Mike Keane versus the Sharks. Nice pass and in. Hogue versus the Oilers. Top corner. Langdon Bruner on the wings. Chris bounced back after this one, got a shutout the next game, just like I predicted. Sanderson on the halves. Boy, this was a killer for Montreal. Should have won this game. Hasek again. Little Mike Pekka against the Habs. Right along the ice. Beauty. Hey, finally, Lindy gets a little excited when this one goes in. Good to see. Bonda versus the Sabres. Hey, folks, watch this one. It went right through his glove. Well, Joey Judo ends the Sabres and Hasek's run in the playoffs. And Washington's off to the finals. You know, I'm often asked, what's the Hockey Night in Canada studio like? It looks so good, looks so big. Well, I hate to disappoint you, but come on in. We're right across from the Maple Leaf dressing room. Come in and take a look at it. And I don't want to let you down or anything, but take a look at this. I'll tell you. This is our great studio. I understand in Air Canada Center it's going to be better, but this has been here for years, 30 or 40 years, this has been it. And you know, at one time, this was a dressing room. This was the dressing room for the Junior A hockey players, and this is where we're in here celebrating and everything like that. We won the OHA title right in here. Buffalo Girl, are you coming out tonight? But just a minute, when I get through, coming out tonight, they're killing it. Buffalo Girl, you coming out tonight? Here I am again, dance by the light of the moon. Anyhow, they don't score, they don't hit. Well, I think you want to win. How's my hair, Robbie? Is it okay to make it look anyhow? Beautiful. I mean, I just don't understand it. The Russian got mad at the little Swede there, pushed at the end, but nobody seems to get mad. I can't believe the shootout. The shootout should have been Gretzky, Recchi, Yzerman, Shanahan, and Eric. What the hell was the defenseman doing there?
But you know, the Americans were going to use Brian Leach.
I don't care what
Dave King used Jason Woolley and
Dave
Albertville.
King, excuse me.
Well, I mean, it
I am telling
you. If you know you got a defenseman who's great on breakaways.
Oh, he's great on breakaways?
But, you know, in practice, sometimes you find out a guy's
I see.
a dipsy.
Well, I'll tell you why they picked him, if you want to know why they picked him.
I know why, because the ice was heavy.
Wait a minute. The ice was heavy?
That was the reason.
Please, don't insult my intelligence.
Well, that's what Mark Crawford said.
Just a minute. They picked him because he could knock plates out.
Yeah.
That's it. Well, Hasek wasn't a plate. If I made you sigh, if I made you cry, I'm sorry from the bottom of my heart, dear. I apologize. Didn't think I knew that,
I can't believe you know it, but I'm glad to hear you finally, that's a man's man of the 90s, can apologize. You know, when I started at Hockey Night in Canada, I'm not homophobic, but they got to me about my wandering eyes and stuff when I'm sitting next to you. And I just get a lot of people now expressing concerns. Bobby Orr, Dale Hunter, Doug Gilmore, Kirk Muller. Now the latest episode. Let's just have a look at last week's Hockey Night in Canada episode.
Oh, yeah? You got that?
And here you are. We're just having a nice little chit-chat. Wayne was listening in. All of a sudden, you start blowing kisses again. This is how many guys now? 5 I've named you've kissed, and now he kisses back.
Well, you know, you don't understand. You got a guy, tough guy, like Cash, you know, blowing me kisses, and Muller and that blowing me kisses. That's okay. But if it was a guy like you, give me a kiss. Whoa!
I thought this
No, right. No way. Tough guys can do it. Guys like you can't.
He's the best. Oh. Gotcha.
McCarthy's playing one of my favorites, McCarty. McCarty. Now, you must realize that hockey players like to, one guy wants to be the last stop. Remember that time in Montreal?
Ed Hospodar, Chico Resch, and Claude Lemieux and Shane Corson.
Well done. Anyhow, one of them goes off. It's kind of a luck thing. Watch what happens. What do they call it? Rocks and papers and scissors and stuff?
Paper, rocks.
Go ahead, roll it now. Go ahead, Mark. Watch this here. If you think these guys aren't kids, watch this here now. They're like, looks like, hey, little black guy there. What a good-looking guy, hey, I tell you. Darren McCarty. And there's McCarthy. He's not going off, I'll tell you. Finally, he says, I'm not going off. Now, watch what he does. Watch, he looks, he takes his glove off, goes like this, goes like that, comes back, boom, boom, boom. Who wins? All right, you win.
You know how the game works, so I'll count to 3 and you go scissors, paper, or rock. And you know how that works? Scissors beats paper, paper beats rock, rock beats scissors. We'll just play the game. A little fun here going off. So 1, 2, 3. You pick whichever one you want. Scissors,
I like
paper,
to go rock. Go ahead. All right, what's that? 1, 2, 3.
Oh, you go scissors. I can't believe you'd go scissors. I was sure you'd have rocks in your head. Don Cherry, the coach's corner.
Did I get sucked in there or what?
Don, we need you. I don't know what to say, ladies and gentlemen. What is this?
I've been out here a couple of days, and a couple of my friends, Sly and Arsenio, let me borrow a few things. Yes.
Bill Ranford's in goal. Don Cherry, in case you're wondering who it is.
Well, Billy surely be in it. He'll stand on his head because he's well rested, and Grant needs a rest. I love the people out here. Look at them. Look at this floor director. The lovely people here. I love them. They're absolutely beautiful. They're gorgeous, well built, and the way they walk, and that's just the guys, I'll tell you.
What's this got to do with the game? I think you've had a little too much sun, honestly.
I'll tell you, I'm out here, and I've been reading the papers, and I can see how people say they really don't want fighting here, and I can see that. The hot weather, the people, I can see why we shouldn't have hockey here with fights. Yes, I can see that.
You want to talk about any of the players involved in this classic?
Yes, I want to, first of all, talk about Kelly Rudy. Here comes Kelly right now. There's Kelly he's coming in right now. And I love the little, they'll pick him up. I love the little blue string.
One more thing, my old defense partner, Bob McCammon. Okay, see what he said last week. This is for my grandson.
Just exhibition preseason, and we were playing the Quebec Aces. I remember we were leading with 2 minutes to go. He grabbed one of the Quebec Aces and gave him a pretty good thumping. And I said after the game, I said, Don, what did this guy do to you? He says, oh, nothing. He said, I just wanted to make sure I hadn't lost it over the summer.
Larry Walker, MVP, 22 votes out of 26, won the Golden Glove too. Kids, we are the best. Elvis, not bad.
Elvis Stoico, sure.
Villeneuve.
Villeneuve's a good point.
Bailey.
Donovan Bailey, yes, world's fastest
Lennox
man.
Lewis, heavyweight champion.
Think he'll beat Holyfield?
That's a tough one. I got to think about that one. I don't know about that one. Looked pretty good his last fight. And the best of all, Shania, going for platinum too.
All the women in music right now are dominant.
Celine, what's her name? Celine?
Dion, and also Alanis Morissette.
That's
right. I don't know what it is. And Sarah McLachlan could go on and on. Anyway, running out of time.
I love Shania. Now, why do I show Grant Marshall all the time? This is my 3rd year in a row. The last time I saw Grant was in the St. Mike's Arena. I get a little emotional here. And he had a halo around. He had things dug into his skull and the whole deal. He had a broken neck. And he said, Grapes, I'm coming back. And I looked at him. I said, oh, boy. He had a little neck at the time and everything. This kid's never coming back. For all you kids in the hospital and all you kids that are hurt and you think you're never going to make it. You're in the bed now, things are running on you. Just think of this guy with the halo on, with the things in his skull. He made it, and you can make it. Keep quiet at what it's about.
And despise is no done. And this installment of the Coach's Corner on Molson Hockey.
I don't get enough time in this show. You know what I remember last year, folks, in the playoffs? I remember the Boston Bruins, the Washington Capitals, and I remember the overtime goal. I'll never forget it for Boston. Would have put them up 2-1 in the series. And Timmy Taylor had a little toe in. They called it back, and then the Boston Bruins lost. I never forgot that. And you know, a wise guy, a very, very astute person, said something on TV. All you have to do is this. Put it back to the old size. Take 3 feet off either side. Keep the little bubble out in front so the guys don't come back and sit on the goaltender. They won't crash him. That's the way to do it. Do it, and you'll have somebody that's played the game and been in and around there. That's the way to do it. And you see, folks, they listened to me. But Pat Bird said, a year too late, Grapes. Hey, it's a funny thing. They made the crease bigger to protect the goalies, and it didn't work that well, did it? You know, sometimes the goalies ask for it. Watch Dino and Martin go at it here. Tell you something, don't do that to Patrick. You're right, Patrick doesn't need anyone to protect him. Good shot. And look at Patrick, he can stick handle too. And look, he does the Bobby Orr spinorama. And what did I do? And now some more great saves. And sometimes you need a little help from your friends. You know, folks, I bet you're wondering why I'm doing up here. Well, I'm going to tell you. You know, around the benches, there's some awful foul language that's gone. I hate to say that, but it does go on. You know, in the heat of the game, you say things you shouldn't say. The players are yelling, and the fans hear it up here. So I was back of the bench here, and one time I heard this voice say, "Cherry, you got a filthy mouth." And I looked up, and it was a little old lady. She was about the age of my mother. Did I feel bad? So I came up here. This is while the game's going on. And I sat down, and I said, "Rattel, I'm changing the lines for sitting up here." So there was a little pause, and I said to her, "You know, ma'am," I put my arm around her, "I do feel bad, but you've heard that language before, haven't you?" She says, "Yes, I've heard it before, but I didn't pay $60 to hear it." So I went down, and I kept my mouth shut, and I never swore after that. Now, I'd like to say something here, and this is the God's truth. If you go in the dressing rooms of the NHL, the American League, or the junior hockey, you'll hear bad language. There's no doubt about it. but I have never heard, and this is the God's truth, the Lord's name taken in vain. So kids, remember that. I'm not saying say the other stuff. It's bad enough saying it, but never take the Lord's name in vain. I'm telling you, the NHL guys don't.
Now here are some of my favorite fans. Ron McLean, what are you kidding? Nice hat. Another nice hat. Yeah, you have to watch out for your own teammates while you're on the ice. Watch this one. Podine scores with a broken stick. I don't think it should have counted. That's what I like, hungry hockey players. Hey, watch Nieuwendyk steal chase on stick. Ref, he's got my stick. Bill Guerin says if I miss one more goal, I'm going to Edmonton. See ya, Bill. Pavel misses a wide open net and he can't believe it. Pavel says, that's it. I'm not coming back here next year. Can't score them all, Pavel. Trips over the blue line here. And now here's the old pie in the face gag. After a rousing speech, Essa hammers Ronnie Wilson with the pie. Ronnie says, hey, lemon meringue, not bad. Ronnie's not going to take that. Hey, we can't show that. Boy, is this embarrassing. Watch Olish score on his own net on a delayed penalty. This happened to me in Colorado, come to think of it. Hey, I don't know what he was thinking here. Look, he got a dead center. I don't know.